Welcome back. It's the time of year where the fire threat is a huge concern, not only in the backcountry in our forests, but in Kamloops. Of course, we share our borders with all kinds of backcountry. Interface fires are the issue. We thought we'd bring on the show today Lyle Weninger. He is the life safety educator, also in the 5 o'clock news recently. Thanks for being here.
No, thanks for having me.
Yeah,
Great.
this is a real concern where we live. I know for myself, where I live, I can look out into my backyard and see the forest line, like the tree line.
Yeah.
If that was to burn, it would be a huge concern. And there's so many neighborhoods that are like that in this town.
That's correct. We have interface pretty much everywhere in Kamloops, from Barnard Vale, Pineview Valley, Juniper, Rose Hill, out to West Side, and of course Bachelor. We had one there the other day.
It's everywhere. Yeah. And speaking of Bachelor, let's hit the video. We just got this dialed up for us, so thanks to the downstairs. This sort of just cropped up in West Side, Bachelor Heights area. I don't believe any houses burned, but this could have had the potential to take down some houses.
That's correct. Yeah, all interface fires have that potential to get into the houses, depending on wind conditions, dryness, all that kind of thing. Mm-hmm. Luckily, in the Kamloops, in the past few years, we've been able to get to these fires quite quickly and put them out with the help of forestry crews and everything like that.
Right. So. And you're saying in 2016, how many did you guys have to go to?
There's approximately 40 interface fires in the city that year. So
that's quite a few.
That's quite a few. They're quite common, like I say, but a lot of times, fortunately, we've been able to get there quickly, put them out. Our crews are, good at putting them out.
Yeah.
With the help of forestry.
We hear it in the scanner in the newsroom, grass fire and so, and we hear you guys taking off. So, and it's common, like it's often that it happens. It's the time of the year. The forest fuels on the forest floor are very dry and tinder. So you want people to sort of get it when it comes to living close to those interface areas. What can people do to make sure their houses are as fireproof as possible?
We tell people to use the Fire Smart principles. For the homeowner, they got to take care of like the first 10 meters around their house. They should remove all the combustibles around their house from that area. Like cedar trees, junipers are really bad. I see them all over the city, up against people's houses.
Everybody has junipers.
The wildfire is not only living up against the forest, but like the first 2, 3, 4 streets beyond there, the falling embers can land on those bushes, and then their house is on fire. They say 50% of the houses that get destroyed in a wildfire are from the falling embers, not the actual wall of flame or the radiation heat from that wall of flame.
Right.
Yeah.
You brought up junipers. Is that specifically one of the fastest burning trees out there?
Yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Cedars and junipers, lots of people have them up against their house. We would like people to get them away from their house because, those embers land on there. Next thing you know, their house is on fire. So.
And as you mentioned, 50% of fires from forest fires are started by the embers, not from the flame itself.
That's from the studies, from the Fort McMurray and the Kona fires. That's what they're finding. It's not the radiation or the wall of the flame that actually gets, like 50% of the times it's kind of like a shower of embers that come down. And if you have anything combustible around your house, so that's why we tell people also, clean out your gutters, underneath decks, all that pine needles and leaves, they accumulate under those places.
Yes.
And then that can start your house on fire quite easily.
Okay. So. Any other tips that people can sort of adhere to during these next few months while the weather's super hot?
Yeah, for sure. Keep your grass cut and weeds short around your house. Keep it watered. Try to keep it green. Just try to keep anything that can start on fire away from your house. Yeah.
I've seen in visuals and stories, like even in Fort McMurray, where people are hosing their houses down when there's a fire. Does that actually help?
Well, we have a sprinkler trailer, so if there's an interface fire, we'll go around and we'll actually put them on those houses and put sprinklers on the houses to keep those falling embers from lighting up those houses.
Is that right? You guys have that apparatus?
Yeah.
Okay, so there may be something to it then, obviously.
Yeah, it definitely works.
Good to know. Well, it sounds like you had quite a few last year. Hopefully there won't be any sad endings with houses this year when it comes to interface fires, but the threat is definitely in there, not only for our community, but so many communities in the southern interior in the same boat, Lyle.
Yeah, all of BC is pretty much like that.
For sure. I really appreciate you being on the show today.
Well, thanks for having me. It was great.
Yeah, great to have you on. If you have any questions about this, of course, they are sending out the message to be smart with your house. Keep it as safe as possible from fires. The fire department, Kamloops Fire Rescue, on the screen, the number 372-5131. We're back after a quick break. Stay with us.